Well, welcome to Tillsonburg. Welcome to Hammerlock Pure Wrestling.
Kicking off with some returning action tonight, Ace Bowman making his return to the ring.
Flipping into the ring quickly there, showing that he is ready to go. Might be returning, but maybe a little time off did him some good.
Absolutely. Maybe feeling refreshed.
And his opponent from way, way up north. Jimmy Spite getting the crowd fired up here. May not be a regular in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling, but looks to be at home.
Absolutely. Jimmy Spite bringing the energy to Tillsonburg.
High fives all around the ring here to our lovely fans who come out to Tillsonburg. You can always check if Hammerlock Pure Wrestling is in your town. Come out, have some fun.
Exactly. Just head to hammerlockpurewrestling.com and see where we're going to be next.
The golden age of professional wrestling. We're bringing it back. Take the rules seriously. At least most of us. You do see some underhanded tactics here, though, in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling. That's for sure.
Absolutely. But you know, in order to break the rules, you need to know them. Spite going right into a headlock there.
Oh, showing the speed there. Able to get out of it. Jimmy Spite now in control of Ace Bowman. Bowman, of course, trained by Canadian legend Tyson Dukes. And Spite in full control at the moment.
Spite using his, looks to be speed advantage to his advantage.
And that's why I said at the moment. Look at this. Rubbing the wrist bone, maybe across the bridge of the nose of Spite. Ace Bowman getting a little extra advantage there. You know, sometimes we're able to catch some things on camera here that even the referee can't see.
Absolutely.
Spite into the corner. Huge leg drop in the middle on Ace Bowman going for the cover.
That was some verticality he got on that leg drop. Can't imagine that felt good for Bowman.
Is Bowman calling timeout?
Can you call timeout?
Timeout in the middle of a wrestling match.
Gonna have to check the rule books on that one.
He is not granted it, as he should not be, by referee Seamus White.
But Bowman using his advantage, suckering Jimmy Spite in.
Look back into the center of the ring.
Almost
toy
disrespect
with him
there.
Kick to the back. Not much of an offensive move. More disrespect, as you mentioned.
I understand you're in control, or Mr. Ace Bowman, but you know you need to keep on it. Sometimes you disrespect your opponent, and it's just going to light a fire under him.
Absolutely. Spite doesn't know what hit him. Shots to the midsection now, and a big club from Ace Bowman taking down Jimmy Spite. Rolled up and rolled right through into a DDT.
Great
from the
offense
knees
by Ace Bowman there.
Thought he almost had it after that. That DDT came out of nowhere. Didn't even let him get to his feet first.
And just right back to disrespecting Jimmy Spite.
Oh, the smacks and the slaps and the foot to the throat now of Jimmy Spite. Referee breaking that one up. Well done. He's seen enough from Ace Bowman already early in this contest.
And it's hard to blame him.
Spinning back elbow there. Jimmy Spite showing off his speed and agility.
And showing off his power. like a corkscrew suplex.
Unbelievable. Flips himself into the
Rolling
pin. That's
over
it.
into a third. My goodness.
Wow. How impressive is Jimmy Spite here in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling?
Absolutely. I've never seen anything like that corkscrew suplex.
Ace Bowman rolling out of the ring.
I'm not sure Bowman knows what hit him.
He thinks he's still in the match. Watch out, fans. Jimmy Spite heading into Hammerlock Pure Wrestling from Sudbury, and unbelievably impressive.
Absolutely. He'll be going back to Sudbury with his head held high.
We'll be back with more Hammerlock Pure Wrestling.
Stay up to date with all things Hammerlock Pure Wrestling. Visit hammerlockpurewrestling.com. Hammerlock Pure Wrestling, bringing back the golden age of wrestling on your TV.
Tilsonburg! The Brick House comes back to your town in one-on-one competition against the Golden Boy, Magnum McLaren. Now, Magnum, I've been seeing what you've been posting on social media. I've seen all the wins you've been getting. And to be quite honest with you, I'm very impressed. In fact, this isn't the first time that we've shared the ring together. Back a couple months ago, me and you were in Oshawa, and to be fair, you got the best of me. You do have one up on me. But the fact is, I have one thing that you don't. And that's guts. I got the heart of a fighter and the strength of a bull. Magnum, you need that little daddy diamond of yours wrapped around your finger at all times. But the fact is, in my corner, I don't need nobody. I want to see your very best, and I'll bring my very best. And we'll see who comes out the better man. So I'll leave you with this. Take your time, prepare, and I'll see you there.
Magnum McLaren from Project X taking on Hammerlock's Brickhouse Mick McGuire.
It's scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. And it is for the Project X Canadian Heavyweight Championship.
Bit of a cross promotion here we have in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling tonight.
Absolutely. Interpromotional action on its way.
Project X based in Sudbury, newer promotion as well. And they've sent down their champion, Magnum McLaren, to take on Brickhouse Mick McGuire.
Yes.
And who you see right there, we know this guy.
Hammerlock's own Brickhouse McGuire looking to get some Project X gold around his waist. Always interesting when another promotion comes through, bringing their champions and seeing if you know who's the better man here.
Almost a little home turf kind of pride here.
Exactly.
Mick McGuire does not want to lose right here. Saying hello to the fans, the lovely fans who have joined us here in Tilsonburg.
Brickhouse always making time for the fans.
He's got his work cut out for him, though. New promotion does not mean that his opponent lacks experience, that's for sure.
Absolutely not. There's a fire when you're representing your company.
High fives all around as Brickhouse Mick McGuire makes his way in. Powerhouse is one way to put it.
That man, a brick house indeed. I've never seen a more aptly described nickname.
A little bit old school.
Yeah.
We always mention, looks like he could be part of the Anderson crew on the way in here.
Oh, absolutely. You know, Hammerlock Pure Wrestling is all about bringing the golden age back to professional wrestling, and I think Brickhouse Mick McGuire fits that perfectly.
Respect for the ring that he's going to do his work in as he wipes his feet on the way in. And getting the crowd behind him as we get ready for some action here. Some interpromotional action in Tilsonburg.
It is the moment.
He don't miss.
Be some mind games even being played by Magnum McLaren.
Exactly.
Taking his time. He's the visitor, but he's going to act like this is his house.
Confidence oozing from Magnum McLaren. He might be at Hammerlock Pure Wrestling, but like you said, Mark, this is his house. Showing off his gold, coming to the ring with swagger, and no time for the fans either.
We might have another match before he even gets to the ring. Look at that vest. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't impressed.
No, I'm a bit mesmerized by it, to be honest.
Gold for each arm as he makes his way in here. The Project X Canadian heavyweight champion, Magnum McLaren. You know, Project X, based in Sudbury. There's something about those Sudbury folk. Once you get up north there, you got to be extra tough.
Exactly, a little bit of a different crowd. Might enjoy a scrap a little too much, for my taste anyway.
Making sure everyone gets a look at those belts.
Mm-hmm. Now this is for the Project X Canadian Heavyweight Championship.
You imagine Brickhouse Mick McGuire welcoming Magnum McLaren to town and
taking his gold.
As you can see, also the social media champion as well.
Exactly. Looks like that's from Primus Wrestling. What a statement that would be for Brickhouse Mick McGuire. Coming to my house and I'll take your gold.
Thank you very much. Leave it at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Both competitors ready for action. And we're underway.
Referee Seamus White kicking it off this heavyweight championship match.
That's what it's all about when you make your way to a Hammerlock Pure Wrestling show. You have some fun. You interact with the wrestlers. Hopefully you don't take their focus. Don't take Brickhouse Mick McGuire's eye off the gold, though.
Exactly. He has something to prove, not only for himself, but on behalf of all of Hammerlock Pure Wrestling this evening.
Magnum McLaren, not quite the same response.
No. I don't think he cares what the fine folks of our crowd are into. Or think, I should say.
That's what happens when you enter enemy territory.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've decided who the fan favorite is, and now we might be ready to... No, not yet. Not yet. Magnum McLaren thought he'd try it again. Maybe get a different response.
Exactly. You know, for all the smack that you were talking earlier, Magnum, maybe just take your booze.
Take your licks and move on.
Exactly.
One more time. Let me show you how it's done, says. And there we go. I thought that might have been coming there from Magnum McLaren, getting the cheap shot in early.
A leopard always shows his spots, and sure enough.
Slammed into the corner, though, and you know what? It didn't last long. That advantage scoop slam now from Brickhouse Mick McGuire.
Brickhouse showing off his power.
You're not going to try that on me, he says. Chop almost took Magnum McLaren over the top right away.
A couple of those and his chest will be about as red as these ropes here.
Big elbow. Right to the sternum. This could be over early. And McLaren kicking out.
McGuire really showing what this match means to him, representing Hammerlock Pure Wrestling.
Quiets everyone down for the loud chop. And McLaren saw that one coming.
Now McLaren lighting up McGuire with some chops of his own.
Showing off his speed. Oh, straight shot to the face.
Nothing pretty about that, folks.
Down goes, well, not down. It's going to be tough to take Brickhouse down, but stumbling backwards at least. They've got a thumb to the eye there. Referee having to watch that now. You never know what's going to happen when a new guy comes into your territory, right? The Project's ex-Canadian heavyweight champion, Magnum McLaren.
McLaren with some innovative offense there.
To the face down. 1, 2. And a kick out. Brickhouse dazed and confused after that one.
I have to give McLaren some props there for his strategy in this match. The way that he's using his speed to his advantage. You can't go head to head with a Brickhouse and expect to fall or expect not to be toppled over. So speed is the key to victory here on McLaren's part, in my opinion.
The way he shot himself through the ropes there, you didn't even see him coming. Brickhouse bracing for that one, bounce back and clothesline in the middle of the ring. That's a 2 count. A little bit of frustration showed from Magnum McLaren already.
McLaren can't take his foot off the gas here. He needs to keep on the Brickhouse.
Aaron now just backs off and ducks the clothesline this time. Up he goes.
Picks him up.
It's only one way down, I was going to say, but he's found another. And a straight knee to the face. Oh!
Straight knee and then straight boot. Nothing pretty about that.
Tim Burry was already on his way down, but getting him there faster, not it.
Brickhouse showing a little bit of life still after that knee and boot combination to the face.
Like a big redwood coming down there for a moment. Now just toying with him. I'm not sure that's a great idea. Shot for shot, forearms to the face. Both men showing their toughness here, able to stand up.
Magnum McLaren going one-on-one in the middle of the ring with Brickhouse.
And another knee. Those knees have been vicious. 1, 2. And Brickhouse. Mick McGuire still able to kick out. You know, Magnum McLaren's going to have to harness that frustration here if he wants to keep on top of this match.
Absolutely, but to that point, I think he's been doing a great job of it.
Clothesline bounce back up, maybe on instinct. Duck, go behind. He's going to get the big man up. Oh, he went for it. Off the ropes. Over the top. That's a long ways down.
Absolutely. What goes up must come down.
Not feel good on the shoulder blades there for Magnum McLaren. Into the corner. Gets the boot up. Oh!
Huge spine
buster. And McLaren able to kick out, but
wasn't
that's
a lot
about
of
it.
Oomph. Wasn't a lot of oomph under that kick out. As a famous commentator likes to say, that was some spine on the pine right there.
Dragging him to his feet now. That took a lot out of Magnum McLaren. Ducks out of the way, though.
McLaren trying to get the big man up.
Once again, realizing the thickness. Oh, able to get him up just enough.
That was pure momentum.
And a 2 3/4 maybe on that one. Just like that, things have turned around. Magnum McLaren not going to let his Project X Canadian Heavyweight Championship go that easy.
Absolutely not. Imagine going back to Project X and being like, guys, I don't have the championship with me.
I left it there. Oh, the fire in the eyes now of Mick McGuire. Headbutts. Using the ropes to his advantage. Suplex changed direction. We could see the crowning of a new champion right here.
Absolutely. McGuire fully in control here.
Going for the spin, no. Gets the big man up.
And crashes the big man down.
That's gotta be it. Magnum McLaren
with a huge, almost a Death Valley driver to the Brickhouse, gets the 1, 2, 3, retains his Project X Canadian Heavyweight Championship with an oomph.
Raise my arm, Seamus White, he says. Gotta say, very impressive from Magnum McLaren.
Absolutely.
Walking in here with his championship belts. He'll get the other one later. Don't worry, folks. Mick McGuire doesn't want the camera in his face at the moment. Nothing to be ashamed of, though. They're really just got caught. He was trying to get the big man up all match long.
Exactly. Nothing to be ashamed of on Mick McGuire's part. Live to fight another day.
High five for the youngster there, and we'll be back with more Hammerlock Pure Wrestling.
Don't miss the opportunity to see Hammerlock Pure Wrestling live. Visit hammerlockpurewrestling.com to see all the exciting upcoming events. Hammerlock Pure Wrestling, bringing back the golden age of wrestling on YOURTV.
It's a never-ending song. You can take me all night long. I better lose myself. Don't have much more to tell. I'm hanging by her words. I'm distant from the outside world. It's a never-ending song. You can take me all night long. You know, she's a stranger to my dreams. Make believe is all I see. The rhythm takes me on. Like an old fan, no so long. Better lose my.
You already know. It's been announced. Drifters. Wade Allen, Isaiah Cross versus Michael Grayson and Brian White. Politician and a smart guy versus two guys the ring couldn't even contain. I don't have much to say about this because most of the time I don't actually have anything to say about Hammerlock. Don't tell me who my opponents are, but this time you do. So, you already know what it is. April 1st, Wade Allen and I are going to that pay window in Tillsonburg. Then after we get our pay, we're drifting away.
Up next, the Honorable One Brian White and Michael Grayson take on the Drifters.
Your next contest is a tag team event scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first.
Referee Matt McCausland making sure everything is ready to go and the turnbuckles are tightened. Here they are.
I don't blame our referee for making that. When these men are making those adjustments, when these men come to the ring, Drifters not known for playing by the rules, just looking to wreak havoc in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling.
And we've seen it in the past where the ring can't even contain them. Back at one of our other shows, top rope even snapped off.
Exactly.
And you can see the size of this team. They are here to beat people up, beat people down, whatever it takes.
Collect a check, see you later, go home, who's next?
And their opponents. We've got a different tag team here than we're used to seeing in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling.
Exactly. These two men, the Honorable One, Brian White and Michael Grayson, looking to foil the Drifters' plans.
Michael Grayson, of course, a part of Books and Looks with our heavyweight champion, Rodney Matthews, here in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling. However, Brian White teaming with Michael Grayson tonight.
Exactly. Brian White tagging in for the evening. Both men, you know, maybe it's just an alliance of convenience or an alliance built through dislike of the Drifters.
Well, and you know when you're the champion like Rodney Matthews is, you know the champion's schedule books up pretty quickly.
Tough. Yeah, exactly. It can be tough.
No pun intended with the Books and Looks, but both men into the ring now. And don't let Michael Grayson fool you. He's a character. He likes to have fun, but
when that bell rings,
he can get it done too.
You know, there's a reason why he can have a little antics behind him, because he can get it done in the ring just the same.
No smiles on the faces of Isaiah Cross. 6'8" Isaiah Cross and Wade Allen of the Drifters. Not about this.
Absolutely not. And you know, when you take the approach of the Drifters, you're gonna make some enemies. And maybe this match is more of a lay in the bed you sow type of engagement.
Absolutely. Michael Grayson t-shirts being thrown out even before the match here. And you knew the Tilsonburg reference was going to make its way in here. Stompin' Tom Connor, Canadian legend, writing a song about Tilsonburg. My back still aches when I hear that name. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some achy backs here after this match.
Absolutely not.
Grayson trying to get in there early with the forearms, and Wade Allen having no part of it.
Exactly. Michael Grayson knows what the Drifters bring, having taken them on a few weeks back.
Grayson maybe surprised himself with the early drop kick there. Going up top, asking the crowd, is this a good idea?
Answer always being yes.
Might be a good idea to just get to it here, because that's going to happen. Wade Allen throwing Grayson off, and the clothesline putting him in his place.
I don't know how effective that hip toss was going to be against Wade Allen there.
I tell you, that one worked well, though. And there's the achy back that we mentioned early on in this match.
That's going to make your back hurt real quick.
What happens when you're in Tilsonburg? Tag to Isaiah Cross. These two, like them or not, they are not the friendliest of dudes, but they know what they're doing.
Exactly. When the Drifters get into the ring, it's very much a well-oiled machine. You might not like their style, but the actions and their tag team abilities you cannot deny.
The size of Isaiah Cross doesn't even fit into the frame of the camera at some points. Brian White.
That Enziguri only bringing Cross down to barely one knee.
Chops trying to cut the big man down. Shot to Cross. Double axe handle.
Big man still on his feet. A drop kick.
You can see the chest, though. They're working their way through Isaiah Cross.
Every hit chopping the big redwood down just a little bit more.
Shots to the midsection now. Cross right back up. How do you take down a giant? Well, just keep trying to cut him down the best you can.
Exactly. You keep hitting them, eventually one of them is going to land.
Wants to quiet the crowd for the double.
Goodness.
Oh,
those hands almost the size of White's chest.
Trying to cave the chest in of Brian White.
I imagine that's just like a lightning bolt going through his body.
And just maybe saved his own life there. Maybe looking at
White going for a snapmare on the big man. Back to chopping the big man down.
Wrist lock now and able to get a little bit of control of Isaiah Cross. The honorable one, Brian White. May have seen him at city council meetings in Sarnia.
Exactly. I can't imagine these are the same tactics he uses in those meetings, but
you know, sometimes
can get intense sometimes.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get something passed, right?
Exactly. Having been in debate club in high school, I know how intense they can get, and there were times where I wanted to put a hammerlock on somebody and give him the old stomp, so can't blame White.
Sometimes meetings just go on too long and you just need to end it. Clubs to the back now of Isaiah Cross. Cross a little bit in trouble there. Wade Allen does not seem worried, though, on the outside. They've seen this before.
No.
They know what they're doing.
And just like that, Isaiah Cross firmly in control. All it took was one big boot, and the momentum has shifted.
Look at the leg, 2 count. Gonna get Brian White up. Scoop him way up there. And down. Might be a fun ride up, but it's certainly not on the way down.
Absolutely not. Have to be careful of hitting those lights with the size of Cross.
Elbow to the inside of the knee. Targeting the knee of Brian White. You know in the past that has been effective, but we also know the heart that Brian White has.
Absolutely. He's not going to go down without a fight, but I'm sure the Drifters are willing to give it to him.
Doing everything he can to keep him down. Still just a 2 count. Brian White needs a tag in the worst way, but that's not in the plans for Isaiah Cross.
No, I would say the Drifters firmly disagree on that.
That worked for a moment. Still on his feet, though. And a huge clothesline now from Isaiah Cross. 2 count once again.
You can see Michael Grayson just itching to get in this match.
Here we go, into the corner now. Drifters tag in Wade Allen, keeping full control of the Honorable One, Brian White, in their corner. 2 count once again. And White pulling on that bottom rope, trying to make his way back to his feet in any way he can.
White has to be exhausted. Drifters just not letting up at all.
Wade Allen now dragging him to his feet once again with the headbutt. How do you compete against someone who uses their own head as a weapon?
It's a great question.
Grayson looking to get in there, knows he may have to make the save one of these times. Right back into enemy territory for Brian White.
Drifters just not letting up, continuing to do so.
Distracting the referee. Oh, he's got something in his eye. Come on, referee. Choking him out on the top rope. Like we said, it ain't pretty. They don't always play by the rules.
Exactly, ain't pretty, but if it's effective, and you can just see the frustration of Michael Grayson boiling over.
Especially here in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling, rules are taken very, very seriously.
Extremely, and our referees, they need to keep a close eye on that stuff, but they don't have eyes in the back of their head.
Unfortunately, it's one man. Wade Allen. Using his weight into the corner to...
Oh, goodness.
Lower half right into the face of Brian White.
How much more of this can White take?
He's in a world of trouble.
The Drifters have just been dissecting him.
Another tag. Cross is in. I think the tag ratio, what are we at, 5-1 at this point?
It's got to be close to that. Like I mentioned in the early moments of this match, the Drifters just know how to work a ring, cut it in half.
More underhanded tactics. Wade Allen now choking out Brian White as Isaiah Cross distracted the referee. Quick tags as we get deeper into the match. How do you contend with these fresh big men?
That's a question that I hope Brian White answers very soon, or else this match is going to be over.
He's going to need to figure it out, that's for sure. Stepping on the face now. Wade Allen, this just looks like a every day, doesn't matter what job you have. Yep, go to work. This is what I do.
Yep, I'm just going to hurt this man.
Holding Brian White now. Look out!
Oh, White showing he still has some fight left.
Out of desperation, unbelievable.
And you can see Michael Grayson just itching to get in this match. White has to make the tag before the Drifters realize what's happening.
It's one thing to hit a move, but can you follow up and get that tag? Get the fresh man in there.
And he did.
Freshest man in the match. Goes for the clotheslines. Doesn't necessarily work on these two big men, but he's going to keep going for it.
Michael Grayson needs to put everything behind those.
Springs off the ropes, back elbow into both men. Takes down Wade Allen.
Cross still on his feet.
Reversal. Grayson. Oh! Going for the pin. 1, 2. Thought he'd catch
2.
Isaiah Cross out of nowhere with that one.
But as soon as Cross is down, he is back up with a spine buster.
That's gotta be, no! Luckily, Michael Grayson, fresh enough in this matchup, he was able to kick out of that one. Reversal on the back of his head. Isaiah Cross down, but Wade Allen is right there.
Great offense from Grayson, almost that reversal into a impaler DDT.
Brian White on the outside with Wade Allen.
White now having a moment to catch his breath. Gonna bring the fight to Allen, but these two need to be careful.
Divide and conquer. Right into the ring post. The honorable one may be out of this matchup after that shot.
Is there a rule that the Drifters will not break?
Went for the springboard, didn't work. Caught in a submission.
Cross caught him, looking to choke the life out of Michael Grayson.
And he taps out. He had no choice. Michael Grayson just caught at the wrong time. And you get those big arms lashed around you. What else are you supposed to do?
Yeah, there's nowhere to go for Michael Grayson, and the Drifters just continuing to wreak havoc on Hammerlock Pure Wrestling. Speaking of, it doesn't look like they're done here.
We've seen this before, where they can't just take the win. Wade Allen looks to be going for the Wanderer. Hits it on the honorable one, Brian White. And Michael Grayson
just having the life choked out of him. Drifters need to be careful if these antics keep up. I can't imagine the commissioner of Hammerlock Pure Wrestling is going to let this continue much longer.
I'm sure they have a car full of parking tickets, suspensions. Not sure they care. Never enough for them, is it?
No.
And the big men continue to tear through the tag team division of Hammerlock Pure Wrestling. The Drifters leaving Michael Grayson and Brian White in a pile. Trying to catch his breath, maybe get... live to fight another day. There's the Drifters. We'll be back with more Hammerlock Pure Wrestling. Don't miss the opportunity to see Hammerlock Pure Wrestling live. Visit HammerlockPureWrestling.com to see all of our exciting upcoming events. Up next, Vikram Prasher versus Moondog, Ethan Dukes.
Your next contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit.
You know what? Hangouts are funny, man. It's like you're gonna
Well, a couple of guys looking back to get back into title contention here. This man, we'll talk about him coming up and his matchup with our champion recently.
But Mark, let me ask you, did the room just feel a lot more confident as this man, Vikram Prasher, the Punjabi prodigy, entered it?
Absolutely. He lacks no confidence, that's for sure. But you know, Keith, I believe it was Kid Rock who once said, it ain't cocky if you say it and you back it up.
That's true, and Prasher...
It ain't I messed up a Kid Rock lyric here.
Well, you know, we're just going to roll right by that one, and I'm going to agree because Prasher, he can back it up, as we've seen recently.
Give me a second shot at this.
All right.
They say I'm cocky, and I say what? It ain't bragging if you say it and you back it up. That's what I was trying to get at here with the Punjabi prodigy, Vikram Prasher. Definitely confident. However, if you've seen him in the ring, you know he can get it done too.
I'm glad you could find closure on that one.
No more Kid Rock references, don't worry. And his opponent going to be heading to the ring here. Maybe wrestling royalty, son of Tyson Dukes. It's Ethan Dukes, Moondog Ethan Dukes, making his way to the ring, bringing along, I'm not sure what that bone's from.
Somebody throw the Moondog a bone. He's ready to fight. Both of these men looking to get right back in that title hunt to take on our champion, Rodney Matthews.
Close up of the bone, I'm still not sure. I'm not sure I want to know where that came from. Yes, Rodney Matthews, our great champion here in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling. Vikram Prasher recently taking him to the limit.
Absolutely. Those two men having a great back and forth matchup. Prasher coming up just a little short, and I can't imagine that sits well with him at all.
Especially all the things he said about Rodney Matthews personally. He's not afraid to get inside the head and just be downright mean to opponents.
Downright mean is a great way to put it. But like we mentioned, Prasher, very technical inside the ring, likes to bend the rules just a little bit, but he can back it up with some tremendous wrestling offense.
You know, I think if Prasher could wrestle with the sunglasses on, just to look that much cooler, that much more confident, he would.
Oh, there's no question about that.
Go behind and control now.
But Moondog Ethan Dukes, no slouch himself either. Just the power that he brings to the ring. You know, this is a match that I could honestly see going either way. You know, both of these men bring such great and different things to this match. Who's going to get that edge? It only takes 3 seconds, and who's going to come up on those 3 seconds?
Absolutely. And Vikram, a 2 count right there, to your point. Vikram Prasher likes to show off and talk about his looks. There's nothing pretty about Ethan Dukes. He's
absolutely
raw power, whatever needs to be done inside the ring.
It ain't pretty, but it's effective.
Putting his body on the line like that. Diving through the second rope.
Great scouting by Prasham there.
Vikram Prasher with the double axe handle on the outside. Right in front of our fans here in Tillsonburg. Shot to the jaw. You know, I'm not sure you can hurt a man who carries a large bone to the ring and kind of barks at the crowd. I'm not sure.
Definitely takes a little bit more to bring him pain.
There's an example right there. Stands right back up. We've got an Ethan Dukes fan in the crowd.
Absolutely. She is telling the Punjabi prodigy exactly what he thinks of her.
Let's go, Ethan Dukes, straight to the point. Fans, if you join us for any Hammerlock Pure Wrestling action, make sure to bring your signs. Have some fun. Get involved.
Absolutely. It's nothing like seeing Hammerlock Pure Wrestling live. Like the
back
fine
into
folks,
the ring.
Yeah, the fine folks at Tilsonburg will tell you exactly that. Now, Vikram Prasher needs to be careful here, spending a lot of time on the outside. I know the count was just broken up, but
I think it maybe shook him a little bit there when he took Ethan Dukes into the ring post, and it barely seemed to affect him.
And
Just trying to get out of there.
Both men being in the title hunt, I can't imagine a count-out victory will sit well, or a disqualification for that matter.
He is walking that fine line, Vikram Prasher is right now. Holding his count to using every second he can. Slamming the face of Prasher, and Prasher goes down. Maybe his head isn't quite as hard as Ethan Dukes.
No. Not at all. Now, do you think it was by design there that Prasher decided to go to the post in front of our Ethan Dukes fan in the crowd there?
You got to believe it was. He zeroed in on that sign just as much as Ethan Dukes did and thought, you know what? Or he's just going to do it on every post.
Absolutely.
That might be effective.
Prasher saying he knows the rules and he knows how to bend them.
Thrown back under the bottom rope. And it looks like we might get back into the ring for this matchup.
Well, this is where that pinfall has to happen.
Love to the back of the head. Using the ropes, using the ring has really been a weapon in this match.
Absolutely. You have to wonder how much our referee, Seamus White, is going to take of it before he finally just says, you know what, you've been bending our rules a little too much. We take the rules very seriously here, folks.
Using the counts right in the face now of the Punjabi prodigy, Vikram Prasher, telling him, you are in danger of being disqualified here. Into the corner now, shots to the face. Using Dukes' own body weight there to roll him into the middle.
I mean, why not? Momentum can be a great ally in a match like this. Especially against a powerhouse like Dukes.
Shots to the arm. Working on the arm, maybe just angering Ethan Dukes more than anything.
Prasher just trying to pick away at the arm of Dukes, tear him apart body part by body part, but just
slips out,
overwhelmed with power.
You're almost seeing Vikram Prasher, although he is still using some submissions and whatnot, the forearms to the face and the shots to the post, trying to almost play Ethan Dukes' game.
Absolutely, trying to show Dukes that anything you can do, I can do better. It goes back to those mind games that the Punjabi prodigy loves to play.
And his goal, get right back where he was recently. He needs another shot. He craves another shot at the Hammerlock Pure Wrestling Championship and our champion, Rodney Matthews.
Absolutely. I have to believe that just eating him up, Prasher, not coming up or coming up a little short with that championship win, knowing that I was this close, but I can do it. I need to do it.
Arching the back now of Ethan Dukes. Thought he had a hold of the beard there for a moment. Referee right up close, though, making sure.
Has to be very careful.
Grabbing some of the hair now, but he's releasing. Just as the referee gets in his face, he's releasing little bits at a time. A master.
Got to give it to Prasher on that one. Knows the rules.
A master beyond his years. You got to wonder what kind of tapes he's been watching to pick up all these little tricks. There was that one guy who was a pretty dirty player in the game.
Mm-hmm. I think
the dirtiest, you might say.
He liked nature or something like that.
Dukes may even be busted open in this match here. One of those shots from the ring post earlier.
The Prasher going back to those forearms.
Seemed to be effective, at least holding Dukes in place for now anyways.
Pressure almost going for like a suplex.
Trying. May even be working in to try and get that Punjabi perfect plex. That's going to be a task with Ethan Dukes, though.
Absolutely. Oh,
perfectly timed drop kick.
Speaking of perfect.
1, 2. And Dukes able to kick out.
Pressure showing a little frustration there from that kick out. I wonder if that's where the base of these forearms are coming from. Maybe Dukes is getting to Pressure a little bit here.
And maybe. Holding him in control now. Knee to the face. Squishing the face of Ethan Dukes right into that turnbuckle. Opens him up for another chop. And, of course, here it is. We knew this would come at some point in the match.
Just add in that little extra oomph. Lighting up the chest of the Moondog.
Looking for it, but Dukes blocking.
Power on display of Moondog Ethan Dukes. Pressure not able to get him up.
Dukes with the clothesline there, taking Pressure down now. You know, you saw Pressure jaw-jacking with our fans here in Tillsonburg. That may be the one hole in his game.
Absolutely.
Where he gets a little too heated with the fans and loses focus just for a minute.
He doesn't need to be better than his opponent. Needs to be better than everyone.
Caught in the air and dropped right in the center of the ring. Pressure. The spine felt all of that one.
Absolutely, but it looks like Ethan Dukes might have felt that just as much.
Referee starting the count now.
My goodness, look at the chest of the Moondog, just red, welted, and lit up.
Pressure picking away. And elbows now, though. Can't stay on his feet. Duke scoops him up. And down. Once again, working on that spine. What's he got in mind here? A little springboard action off the second rope.
Using the ropes to his advantage. Add a little extra oomph, but only 2. Little frustration on the Moondog side now, it seems. Catching his breath, seeing a little bit of...
Seeing red.
Yeah. The proverbial crimson mask is making its way onto the Moondog's face.
You gotta believe that just upsets him a little bit more.
Absolutely. I can't imagine Ethan Dukes is going to take that well.
You're seeing the brows now, just angry that he was busted open by the Punjabi prodigy here, Vikram Pressure, who now is working on the leg. Shots to the back of the calf now.
Maybe setting him up for the Punjabi pain lock.
Pressure on the knees there and yelling at him to tap out.
Just the torque on Ethan Dukes' legs right now. Had to get to the bottom rope.
Just able to get there.
But what lasting damage did Pressure do?
Looking for it once again.
Could the Punjabi Perfect Plex be on the way? Ethan Dukes says no with a clothesline.
Down goes Pressure, and he's in trouble. Once again scooped up, go behind, maybe a rake of the eyes there quickly, rolls him up, and the 2 count.
I didn't even catch that, Mark, but I think you're right.
I just happened to have the right angle. Referee, there's no way the ref would have saw that one. Off the side, power slam in the middle of the ring. 3! Ethan Dukes with a huge victory.
My goodness, that one hit to the back wasn't enough. Throw him in the turnbuckle, slam him down, and that was enough to put the Punjabi prodigy away.
He saw the damage to the back earlier in the match, and he was able to take advantage of it, stay on it, and Ethan Dukes taking one giant leap forward into title contention here in Hammerlock Pure Wrestling.
You know, after a huge win like that, I can't imagine it'll be long before there's a championship match in his future.
Thank you for joining us for Hammerlock Pure Wrestling action. Don't miss the opportunity to see Hammerlock Pure Wrestling live. Visit HammerlockPureWrestling.com to see all of our exciting upcoming events. Hammerlock Pure Wrestling, bringing back the golden age of professional wrestling on YOURTV.